You know, this whole Navy ship Iranian deal, something isn't right. Now, I'm going to preface what I say here by saying I don't know what protocols are in the military for a situation like this, but just some basic common sense things just don't appear to be right on the surface. Now, I'm not gonna point fingers at the people that were captured yet. I want to find out, were they instructed to stand down? Um, were they instructed to do that video saying it was their fault, they're sorry, blah, 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 they've been treated well, all this other stuff? Here's my question. I mean, here's just what doesn't make sense to me. You got two United States naval vessels, and they have some pretty high-tech equipment on them. At the very least, they got freaking radios that they can call back. Now, they're two boats. Apparently, one broke down, presumably in international waters. So now the question is, well, why didn't the other boat throw a rope over to the first boat, tie it up, and tow it? That would make a lot of sense. Why didn't that happen? Two, could they have dropped anchor so they didn't drift into supposedly Iranian waters? Three, were they even in Iranian waters? Did they radio for help? If they did, where was the help? What were they told? Were they told stand down, throw your hands up, get on your knees, put your hands on your head, give them everything they want? If that happened, who told them to do that? If that did happen, who the hell is running our military? I mean, who gave that command? I mean, I know we've got Barack Hussein Bergdahl as our commander-in-chief now. You know, Bergdahl is a hero. He's the finest of the fine, the best of the best. He exemplifies all that's great in the military. Right. How high up the chain of command did this, if it did come down? Now, if it didn't come down, did the Iranians block? Did they jam transmissions? If so, why? I guess the other question would be is when you see a ship, especially from Iran, coming in, why wouldn't you scuttle the one boat? Because I'm sure there's some sensitive stuff on there. Scuttle it means, for those who don't know, destroy it, blow it up, sink it, destroy the evidence, destroy the tech. Why didn't they get on the other boat that was functional? How come no one fired a shot? They surrendered their weapons. I mean, I saw the boats. There's guns all over that boat. Why didn't they scuttle the boat, get on the other one, and if they wanted to duke it out, duke it out? If they did contact the military, where was backup? Where were the helicopters? Where were anything else? A frigate, a destroyer, a cruiser, anything? Where was support? Where was air support? Where was anything? I mean, there are so many questions. Something just stinks, And then they release John Kerry. That guy's an idiot. Oh, jeez. He gets on there. Oh, well, yeah, because of our nuclear deal and, how I work closely with my counterpart in Iran, we were able to expedite the release of our soldiers. But not the boats. The boats get to stay. They get to pick through all the tech on the boats, right? But, he acts like that's a major accomplishment, that they humiliate us, capture our soldiers, put a hijab on our female soldier, a hijab, a headscarf, a Muslim-compliant garb, put them on their knees, hands in the air, just, humiliate them, even though supposedly we're not at war. That's kind of interesting. So they do all these things. But see, here's what John Kerry just doesn't get. He thinks it's a great thing that they captured their soldiers and then gave them back so quickly. The fact is, had it actually been even George Bush, or his dad, or Ronald Reagan, the Iranians never would have tried this crap in the first place. The Iranians know, weakness. They knew weakness in Jimmy Carter. That's why they held the hostages. And when, Ronnie, old Ronnie Reagan, when they put him in, got him sworn in, they turned over the hostages like that because they knew Ronnie wasn't going to put up with their crap. Yeah, that's what Iranians respect. Okay, they don't respect, President Bergdahl. So I'll tell you, people got to demand an answer to what happened there. We just don't know. So I'm going to wait for some answers, but something just stinks to high hell here. And I hope it doesn't get swept under the rug like, Benghazi's been. Which, by the way, 13 Hours Benghazi comes out Friday. Everybody go see it. Looks like a phenomenal movie. And if you want to know the truth about what happened, that movie is based on the actual people on the ground. Okay? It's not some, bogus, paper trail from Hillary Clinton, and her lies. It's like the guy said, during an interview when they said, well, what you guys are saying is completely different than, what these congressional committees have found. And these guys who actually were pulling the triggers at Benghazi said, well, you shouldn't really listen to people who got their information from a drone 10,000 feet overhead. You got to listen to the guys on the ground. That's what 13 Hours Benghazi's about, and that's why I'm going to go see it. But anyway, ask your congressman to get to the, down to the bottom of what happened with this Iranian capturing of 2 American naval vessels and the unlawful detainment of our sailors and soldiers. So appreciate you watching, and let's make a difference.